guys, it's Mama Sa here from Mama Sa Stories, and tonight I'm reading you another book by Tiny Authors and Mama Sa, and this book is from Tadpole's Early Learning Narangba, and it's called The Hungry Whale. And it's written and illustrated by Aroe, Ayala, Bruce, Cooper, Courtly, Dimath, Eleanor, Ethan, Ishan, Layla, Lewis. Hey Lewis, how you doing? Lincoln, Lucas, Rebecca, Savannah, and Sophie. And it starts off at night, because the children said it was night time. And Savannah and Courtly drew the flamingos you're about to see. There was a flamingo in the water, they said, and it was night time. The flamingo was eating fish. He ate so much fish he fell asleep in the water. And Sophie drew the sleeping flamingo and the sleeping flamingo's friend. That is a lot of fish that he ate to make him that sleepy. There was a falling star. Ooh, have you ever seen a falling star going through the night sky? The mermaid was laying in the water watching it, and Eleanor drew the mermaid and her pet turtle. How beautiful are they? Be able to buy these books soon. My husband's nearly got it up and running. Then the mermaid met a friendly octopus. The mermaid said, "Hello. It is nice to meet you, Mr. Octopus." And the octopus liked her so much, he wrapped all his tentacles around her, hugged the mermaid with all his tentacles, and smiled like a good octopus does. And there is Sophie's jellyfish, Eleanor's octopus, and Rebecca's mermaid. Da-da-da. In the ocean, having a lovely hug because they can. This is how the book went. Then a seal came along and he said, "Hello." She said, "Hello, Mr. Seal." And she said, "Do you want to play hide and seek with me?" The mermaid said. And Layla drew the mermaid and Bruce drew the seal. There is a beautiful mermaid, and the sun is setting and they're having a lovely time. "Let's ask the fish to play too," said the mermaid. And Layla drew the mermaid and Lucas drew the clever fish. And Mama Sa drew the background, because that's what Mama Sa does. The fish started playing hide and seek too. They started to swim away. Shh, really fast. Really fast fish. And the fish were by Lewis and Lucas, and Courtly drew the turtles there too. The turtles started to play hide and seek too, and Cooper drew a jellyfish going, "Ooh!" And Ayla drew all of these turtles starting to play hide and seek, but they're very slow, so they're going to take a while till they get round to hiding. The mermaid swam off to hide, and along came a hungry whale. And Sophie drew this whale and I coloured it in because it was white and I thought it just needed a bit of colour. So Look at the little eye she drew. It's so cool. What a great whale. Good on you, Sophie. And that's the sun setting. You can see the sun setting. So it's getting towards night time now. The mermaid said, "No one is going to eat me because I am a super fast swimmer." And you can see how fast Layla's mermaid is because she's making all the water foam up and go white because she's swimming so fast away from the hungry whale. The fish saw a perfect house and swam inside so the whale wouldn't eat them. Rah! And Layla drew one fish and I just copied it many times and put it in so it looked like lots and lots of fish. Good on you, Layla. Great fish. Don't you think they're great fish? Don't you love their tongues sticking out the front? They're fish with long tongues. You ever met a fish with a long tongue? I haven't. And the whale, he was swimming, looking, he was really hungry. He couldn't find anything because the whale couldn't find them because why? Why couldn't the whale find them? Do you remember? It was on the last page. Good on you. Yes, they were hiding in their house, which was a cave. And you can just see one of the fish that Layla drew, and Lewis drew the whale, and Layla drew the hiding fish, and all the other fish are in there behind. You just can't see them because they're in the cave, hiding from the hungry whale. Ba, ba, ba. Most whales eat krill or, plankton, but this whale is a killer whale. The whale was so hungry. Hang on a second. Yeah. The whale was so hungry, he ate a turtle. There's Lewis's whale and Ethan's turtle. Then the whale jumped into the sky and ate a bird that was flying in the sky. And the bird is by Dimmeth, and Lucas drew the hungry whale. Beautiful whale, eh? Beautiful bird. The whale then ate some jellyfish. Ethan drew the jellyfish, and Ishan drew that whale. Looks a bit sad, doesn't he? I don't know why he's feeling sad. I wonder why he's feeling sad. Maybe he doesn't know. Maybe he just feels sad, and it's okay to just feel sad sometimes, even if you don't know why. It's just the body doing what the body does, feeling feelings. Then the hungry whale wasn't hungry anymore. Then he was full, like the kid said, and he swam away. And Lincoln drew this really interesting whale. Looks like he's been dancing a lot, so he's gone all squibbly squabbly. He's a squibbly squabbly whale. I think he's beautiful. But the mermaid didn't get eaten. So the mermaid was sad about her friends being eaten. She started to cry. And Savannah drew this beautiful sad mermaid, and I drew the rocks in the background. And there's that mermaid, really, really sad about her friends, sitting on the rock, crying. I'm so sad, all my friends got eaten, Ma! She said to herself. So the seal chased after the hungry whale that wasn't hungry anymore and jumped up and down on the whale really hard until he felt sick, and all of their friends fell out of his mouth and they all escaped. And Courtney drew the bird, Cooper drew the seal jumping up and down on the whale's head, Aroe drew the striped fish, and Savannah drew the jellyfish, and Ayla drew a turtle. There they all are, flying out of that purple whale's mouth, and that white thing on top is the seal jumping up and down on his head. That was clever of the seal, to jump up and down on that whale's head. Then everyone felt so happy, and they started to play games together again. Don't you love playing games together? I just love playing games. Hide and seek used to be my favourite game. I was not that good at it, but I wasn't that bad at it either. Sometimes I'd find somewhere really good to hide, like, oh, sorry, I just knocked the camera. Like Mum's wardrobe was a place to hide, in amongst all her shoes behind her pretty dresses. Never, ever hide anywhere you can't get out of. Never hide in a fridge and shut the door on yourself or anything like that. Always be really careful where you hide, that it's safe. It's very important to always be safe. But hide and seek can be so much fun if you're being safe. And Ayla drew a jellyfish. Lincoln drew a crab. Sophie drew a dolphin. And Savannah drew a crazy bird that looked like a chicken. And Sophie drew a mermaid as well. And then everyone was happy and they started to play again. And that's the story. Don't know what happened to the flamingos. The children didn't tell me, but I imagine they're still asleep in the water after eating so many fish. What do you think? They're probably having a nice nap. They'll probably wake up tomorrow and feel much better. And then I didn't put any pictures on the end because I'd used all their pictures and it was just the ocean and it was just the end. But just the end for now, because there's always another story brewing inside children's heads. Do you have stories inside your head that would like to come out? Maybe you can tell them to your mum or your dad or your uncle or your auntie or your caretaker or your grandparents, or maybe your big brother or sister would like to help you write them down. It would be so much fun, wouldn't it? And then you can draw pictures to explain your story. And that's called storytelling. And that's what I do. And it's heaps and heaps of fun. And I love you all very much. And I will see you soon. And I'm so glad to be back reading to you beautiful children. And all you children out there that I know, I love you so much. And all you children out there that I haven't met yet, I love you anyway. Because you're beautiful. Because I know you are. Because I can feel it in my heart. Good night, beautiful children. Don't forget to like and share, because then I can read to more of you gorgeous children. Bye. Love you. Mama's out.